Hi guys, and for this week's My Halifax, we've come to look at something we actually featured in our Halifax Instagram challenge video, the Rotunda, which is a really cool building because it's kind of mysterious. But we did some research and we thought it would be really cool if we shared that with you guys, so let's go check it out. So we're going to go down and check out the Rotunda now. Now, like anything in My Halifax, if you go and explore something that you see us do, always be careful. Like the Rotunda is next to the Bedford Highway, so if you're driving, make sure you stay as safe as you can, keep your eyes on the road. And if you're going to try and cross the Bedford Highway, please do it where it's safe, and don't try and step out in front of train tracks because it's not easy to get to. So just whatever you do, stay safe. I don't want anyone getting hurt because they're trying to go and look at something cool. So we'll check it out for you, and tell us what you think about it. So now that we've kind of made it down to where we're going to do our little explore of the Rotunda, it's kind of nice down here because even though you're right next to Bedford Highway, because it's higher than you, it's really quiet, it's really peaceful down here. There's this little beach thing going on, and it's just really beautiful and calming down here, and I totally get why there's so much mystery around the Rotunda. So even though locally we all know this is Rotunda, it actually is called Prince's Lodge. It was built by the Duke of Kent in the late 18th century. He was actually visiting Sir John Wentworth, who had an estate that would reach as high as the tall trees on the Bedford Highway and actually Kent Street. So it was kind of like a middle point. The cool thing about this place is actually it's been used, it was at one point it was a restaurant, people have lived here, it's got a lot of history to it, and there has been some rumours that when we were doing the research and other people were researching too, it turns out those rumours weren't true. So it's really cool that we've learned lots about this cool little building, which we can't wait to share with you, and also found out something new about a place that we live right here in Halifax. So the Duke of Kent was actually really fond of English gardens, English architecture and English design, so he actually built several buildings, and the Rotunda is the only one, and some of the gardens are actually the only thing that remains. There is one of his house that's part of his estate that's up on Kent Street, I believe, but a lot of gardens were built back going towards the Royal Hemlocks, but they unfortunately didn't survive. So it's really cool that this has survived as long as it has, and it's like a monument, and it's like an icon of being in Bedford. Everyone looks for it when you drive along. So over the years, lots of different people would have eventually owned the Rotunda. There's a family of 9 that owned it. A member of the NDP once owned it. Like I said before, it was used as a restaurant. Eventually the city would actually buy it, or the province would buy it. The last resident was a lady called Wendy Murray. She lived here up until 2009, but she was in love with the Rotunda. She looked after it, she would help paint it. It took her a week to paint it once, and she lived the lifestyle that she would have here. She actually would walk down to Farmer Clement's, which is now the Bedford Farmers Market, to basically do her groceries. She does tell about one time when she actually got stuck because of the train was here and she had to climb over the train. I don't recommend you ever climb over a train, but it is a funny anecdote to someone living here. And it's just really cool, the lifestyle she had here. She used to launch a canoe from the boat down here, and she says the best way to view the Rotunda is actually from the water. So when I came to Halifax, one of the first things I did was ask people, what's that round thingy by the Bedford Highway? And someone's like, oh, that's the Rotunda. It was built by a prince to keep his mistress in it. I was like, man, that's crazy. And it turns out that when we were doing the research for this, actually to find out this video and find out kind of what the history of the Rotunda was, we came across a book by Sharon and Wayne Ingalls called The Sweet Suburbs, and it's all about basically the history of Prince's Lodge. She said that when they came from BC, they heard that, and when they did research about the Rotunda, they found out that rumour is not true. And I just found it funny that there's still people as recently as when I first moved here were like, yeah, that's a place where a mistress was kept, and it's not even true. But if you're interested in more information about the Rotunda, I recommend you definitely go and check out that book. So that's the end of this week's My Halifax. Once again, we came to Prince's Lodge, or the Rotunda, depending on which you want to call it. We had the best time doing some research and finding out more about this cool little buildings on the side of the Bedford Highway. We're going to link the name of the book and the article we used to get a lot of information from, so you can actually read them, because they're both really great pieces of information and they have a lot of history about this building. If there's any way you think we should make a video, please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you next week. And it's cool that they do so much to make it look after it during the winter, and this, but I'm just rambling. Cut out whichever bits of that is good.